Okay, this is an old IL Pioneer Twin. Very rare saw. It's got the AB cylinders. Very, very rare. Most of them were modified, updated to the larger pistons and cylinders. It was a free upgrade. Because these were only, I believe, 99 or 100 cc. And they took them up to 160 for free. Transmission, fuel tank, helper handle, breather, recoil, and sprocket cover. Anyway, these have all been primed. I started at 6:30 this morning prepping these for their paint. I'm doing them in base clear, so I got a fair ways to go. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock, so I better get going. It's already starting to get warm. Anyway, when I get the base color on, I'll get back to you. Okay, there it is. The base coat's on. Three light coats. These saws are sandcast aluminum, magnesium, different parts. I left all that because that's kind of, you know, part of the way they were made. Trying to keep it original, like the carburetor was all painted originally, the cylinders had paint on them. So I'm just duplicating what was painted originally. There's transmission, fuel tank with the Pioneer logo. When you get the clear coat on, it'll really change. Helper handle, breather, the back side of it, the recoil. That'll give you a bit of an idea of the color. There's the other side of the breather, helper handle. Anyway, when I get the clear coat on, I'll get back to you. Alright, we got all the parts clear coated. Too bad the sun isn't really shining on these. I don't want to move them around much right now. They're all wet still. No hangers in them, so that's good. I'm not really a painter. It's a crankcase all done. Fuel tank. And the transmission. So there's a back handle, the tranny handle, and a throttle shaft left to paint. It's a different color, it goes a burgundy color. Anyway, when I put it all together, I'll get some more pics for you. Bye for now. Okay, back again. Here's all the parts painted. They're kind of in the shade right now. Don't really get an idea. There's the red. It's kind of a metallic in it. The blue in the sun. Don't know how it's going to turn out. It's funny, these colors look nothing like they really are on that may be closer to what it really looks like in real in the shade actually. It's funny, I was looking at them on the computer and when I downloaded some of them. The blue in real looks proper. On here it looks like a, I don't know, like steel gray when it's really a light blue. Anyway, all the parts are done. It's time to start putting her together. Got my very important Tim Hortons coffee to get the day going. Anyway, today I believe is July 6th. It belongs to a good friend of mine, like I said before. He was hoping to get it ready for the Father's Day steam show in out in Keene, the Lang one, but I had to tell him no. Don't want to tell him no again. Not this Saturday, but a week from this Saturday. He's supposed to be giving it back to him in the Athens steam show. Don't want to disappoint him again. He's a big boy. He'll probably fold me up like a cheap suitcase. Throw me away. Anyway, let's get at her. Make a saw out of this again. Alright, back again. I got the handle on. Tell you a little story. I was restoring one of these for a gentleman one time, and engine all painted. Flipped the thing upside down on the bench to put the handlebars on. Was working way here. Oh, forgot the bolts. Walked away from it to get the bolts, and the engine off the bench and on the floor, just bang. I was horrified that there'd be damage to the motor. No damage other than a lot of paint off of it. Couldn't paint it right away because it was fresh. It had to be delivered to the guy. Same thing coming up some event, had to deliver it to him. And wound up taking and putting it in the oven in the house and baking the paint so I could sand it, feather it out, and repaint it. That was one day my wife wasn't too impressed with me. Anyway, when you're working on these two, a lot of people don't realize, I've seen a couple of these housings broke away. There's a bolt in there. I had an awful hard time getting it started. So it's all bolted up, didn't fall over. Yesterday when I phoned the owner, or sent him some pictures, I sent him a picture of the cardboard with this color of paint on it. Said, here's the color of your saw. I think tonight I'll tell him that it fell off the bench. Anyway, when I get more, get back to you. Alright, got the recoil on. Your throttle linkage is right here. It's all hooked up, throttle shaft. Should have thought and put that on the starter before I put it on. It's kind of a fun job. Getting her down into there, wiggle down in there. Anyway, that's it, that's the throttle. On these, to shut them off, you actually take, this is another throttle lever right here. You can work it here or here depending on how you're running it. You take your thumb or your finger, you push down on it, it moves back like that and completely shuts the air off to the carburetor or to the motor, just starves it for air and it shuts down. There's no choke on these. To start them, it tells you to tip them hard to the left. So what you're doing is you're literally just overflowing the float bowl of the carburetor and dumping fuel into the engine. Kind of bizarre. You would have thought they would have, had a choke and a kill switch, but whatever. Anyway, when I get more, I'll get back to you. Alrighty, just wanted to show you. Here's your air breather box. It goes right up here. The air goes down in through here. Through this there's a closed in chamber right down there and right through to the carburetor. Here's your brass filter. It just slides into there. And then there's that clip holds it on. Anyway, when I get it on, I'll bring you back and alrighty, back just quick. So there's the clip I was talking about, holds the breather in. That breather tube runs right straight across, then there's a flange that hooks to in the back. Anyway, there's the muffler to go back on, the transmission to go back on. Fuel tank, put some new plugs in. Those plugs are just put in there to stop any paint from getting down into the cylinder. Anyway, when I get some more, I'll get back to you. Okay, back again. I got the transmission on. This handle's a pain to get on. There's an oil sump down there you got to take off, and you got to pull the guts out of it to put this handle on. 2 bolts down in there. The holes didn't want to quite line up. 1 bolt there. You don't want to mark it all up. You got to take this handle, rotate it the other way, slide it over. This fill plug's got to be out of the way. Put the sprocket cover on. It's coming good. We got the fuel tank left. Put a sediment bowl on it, fuel line, the muffler, the VIN tag, and clean up the bar and put on the bar chain and helper handle. Anyway, when I get a little bit more done, I'll be back. Okay, so we got our VIN tag back on. With the really rare 1-piece muffler. When these were updated, they went to 2 separate mufflers. This is the second one I've seen. The owner of this saw's got 2 saws. He's seen the other blue saw that I got running in my videos. This is not the one. Same owner, different saw. I won't let one go. I've already asked him. Before this was all cleaned up and everything, it was up and running. I didn't think anybody would be interested in seeing a second one running. This one was missing a pile of paint, but in beautiful, beautiful condition. Ignition system's all good and everything. Anyway, we got the fuel tank left to go on the other side, the sediment bowl, and when I get it on, we'll get back to you. Okay, back again. I got the fuel tank on, new spark plugs in. Just wanted to show you here, on top of the fuel tank where all these nuts are, they're usually broken. This is for pivoting the transmission. Here's another spot. These 2 spots here usually broke off just perfect on it. It's got its original fuel line, float bowl, shut off works. Original fuel line doesn't leak, start in a crack. Anyway, really nice complete saw. So that's it for this. It's all together. Next I'll clean up the bar, put it back on. Just shut you off and spin it around. So there you go. There's the other side. Beautiful, beautiful saw. Anyway, find the bar, clean it up, get the helper handle on it, and we'll do one last look at it. Anyway, bye for now. Okay, here it is. Bar and chain, helper handle on it. 100% complete. I have a phone coming up. It's original bar. I don't know if you can see that PT for Pioneer Twin. It's got its original bar adjuster right in there. It's usually broke off on a lot of them. People tighten the nuts up and that lining pin isn't in, they'll snap the thing. So there's that side. Just give me a second, I'll turn it around. The other side, there's the clamp for the helper handle. There you have it. Beautiful piece of Canadian history. All originals, got its original bar, original helper handle, original everything. Well, spark plug boots I put on. This one, like the other one's got its skip tooth chain. Because this one's only 100cc, this is one that never got modified. Anyway, hope you enjoy it. There it is.